Happy Thursday morning. It is 8 a.m. Thursday, sometime, somewhere. Well, here, wherever you are, whenever you're watching this, I don't know. But I'm recording this because I forgot to have a video ready for today. Now that I didn't forget, I thought I did, but it turns out I was a day behind in what I thought was already done. But it gives me an opportunity to talk about something that normally I'd save for like a Monday, but I haven't even been doing Monday vlogs lately. So, while at work last night and this morning, I started reading up what I discovered. Well, I discovered it was a controversy from a Matthias tweet, at Matthias I am. There, he retweeted a post made by, I think it was Wall Street Journal or USA Today, one of those big ones that's super non-reliable, about PewDiePie being an anti-Semite. And as you know by now, hopefully, I mean, if you haven't, I mean, it's been all over YouTube for the past 2 days. He was dropped by Maker Studio, which is an extension of Disney, and YouTube dropped his YouTube Red Show, which probably, I would dare say, was maybe their that sentence didn't make sense. It was probably their most successful. It was one of their first YouTube Red series. That was essentially like a new console coming out. That was the launch title that everybody knew about. But they dropped the second season, unfortunately. I'd seen one episode because I watched the free one, because I still don't pay for YouTube Red because I don't care enough to do it. Anyways, it was all over the controversy essentially created by the Wall Street Journal, going back and watching a bunch of his videos and saying, hey, this dude is an anti-Semite. Now, I assume you've already heard this narrative, so I'm going to kind of tell you something that I correlate it with. I correlate it with the incessant and insufferable amount of political correctness today, where you can't really make a joke, and it's really because of what I assume is our generation. You might be older watching this. If you're over 35, you can blame it on us, but normally we have to blame it on ourselves as being millennials. I am not one of them. I'm a millennial, but I'm not one of these people. The super crybabies that make everything offensive and think it's okay to have 72 different genders and, you know, all that bullshit, and cry about who's president because we're not all winners, as we were told when we were growing up. And reality check, we're not all winners. I mean, most of us experienced losing at some point in our life, like you just did in the election. Congratulations, your first loss. Anyways, I credit it to that because you can watch anything from like the 80s, 90s, even the early 2000s, really, before we grew enough brain to say that's not right, you shouldn't do that anymore, and then we started affect everything. People are too politically correct, which is the narrative that's I would like to drive this whole PewDiePie scandal. It's, you know, I can't even put into words how annoying it is, because I saw the video. I'm not sure if it's up anymore. I went to look back at it just to review it. I couldn't find it, so I don't know if it's still up or not. He might have taken it down because of the backlash. The comments that he made, sure, may not have been popular. Did I find them funny? Not really. I don't really find him funny anymore, just because of he's hard to watch for a long time. The way he like moves around and talks like this, it's really, to me, it's annoying. But still, I can still support him as being the #1 YouTuber for so many years now, and having more subscribers than most of third world countries have a population. Most European countries have a population. I shouldn't say that, I didn't look it up. But I can respect him as a person and a creator and a comedian, in which he is. Was it appropriate? Not really. I think the delivery was off, but essentially the joke was you can get anybody on I can't remember the website's name now, it's escaping me. Essentially he was saying that there's this website that you can pay people to do things, and they'll do anything you say for X amount of dollars. And I said it was $5, but I'm not sure if that was the real amount. And he had somebody write, kill all the Jews, and then had a dude dress up as Jesus and say Hitler did nothing wrong. The joke, that alone is anti-Semitism, and it's terrible, but when you add in the joke or the context, as media likes to leave out, he's not being anti-Semitic. He's saying that he can force people to do one of the most disgraceful things, and saying something like that about any race. I mean, if you said, kill all the Jews, re-enslave the black people, that would be racism. That would be anti-Semitism. Ooh, that's hard to say. But the context that he did it in was saying that I bet I can make people say this for money, and he did. And that in itself was a joke. There was context there that he didn't share those beliefs with somebody. That's like, I can relate it to this. Me and my sisters and my close friends always joke about, I'm not going to disclose what, we joke about things that we shouldn't, but we don't mean it. So he is saying something that he doesn't believe is true. He doesn't believe is accurate, or it's just not him. That's not his belief. But then the Wall Street Journal, which, ooh boy, do they post some good shit. They came back and said, well, he's an anti-Semite because he said this in a video. Yeah, well, you left out the part that he said before that, which made it not offensive. And I'm neither for or against this movement. Well, I can't say that. I'm more against it, but I'm not like hardcore against it. Did I say movement? This controversy, as people like to say now. I think it's ridiculous, just like political correctness is ridiculous. I want to be able to say, and I do say what's on my mind, and I'm not going to pussify it for you. If you're offended by what I say, go fuck yourself. You chose to listen to me say it. Most of the time. My statement stands though. If you don't like what I'm saying, I don't care, because it's my opinion, and I've got so many years to live. I've got red hair and fair skin. I probably have less years to live than other people because of my susceptiveness to cancer and other diseases that could potentially kill me. I'm not going to waste my time tailoring to your needs, which is, it's happening all over. Even in YouTube, people are just censoring themselves so much, and I try not to, unless I say something that I watch back and I'm like, wow, that's bad. Whoa, why did I say that? But I keep in some offensive things that I have said because I believe it. Well, I can't really say I believe it. I meant to say it for comedic value. Not I believe it. Leave it there. And that's what he did. People are getting mad at us, people that don't care about your feelings and your safe space, because fuck your safe space. Go, experience the real world. And the media knows that people get mad at stupid things, so they feed on it in the Wall Street Journal, who is a subscription-based website. How many people subscribed to that website to read that story because people knew who PewDiePie was? It's just clickbait. It's clickbait. It's name recognition in a title, which is probably what's going to happen to this video. I'm sorry, but this is relevant. What I'd like to say, kind of to wrap this all up, put on your big boy pants, little puss monster, and realize that the world is kind of not friendly. I work at a hospital, which means I take care of people that lived in less okay times, when there was still segregation, 2 different bathrooms, drinking fountains, dining areas. Yeah. I've heard some extremely racist things that were racist. when people do what PewDiePie did, not that I'm supporting it, I think it was that and his extensive use of images of Hitler, you know, that's not okay for a lot of people, not just the Jews, because he caused a lot of damage in a lot of places. Not that I find it offensive, I just find it kind of in poor taste. I can handle it, I just prefer that I wouldn't do it, is what I'm saying. But would I make the jokes that he did, you know, in context? Yeah, and I have, and a lot of people have. People do all the time. So, people say things, comedians, for fuck's sake, go on Netflix, watch a stand-up comedy hour-long special. You're going to probably hear more racist jokes, not watch Family Guy, The Simpsons, any animated cartoon. They're going to make fun of Jewish people, black people, Asian people a lot, actually. It's just the way it is. But when somebody that's not in the norm says it, that's not in the normal medium of media says it, they're like, whoa! What we really need is to not be so sensitive, grow the hell up, and experience the real world, and don't give a shit. Because I don't give a shit. If somebody doesn't like me, I don't care. I really don't, because that's your opinion. And if you choose to be offended by this, fine, that's your opinion, but don't destroy somebody's livelihood over it. Now this video has been going on for a while, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a fantastic Thursday, or whatever day you're seeing this on. Grow the fuck up, leave the poor guy alone, and I will see you tomorrow with a brand new video at noon. Alright, bye!